Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Creative Differences Podcast. My name is Dallas.
I'm Colin.
And I'm Gabby.
To me is lurking in the shadows.
As always.
Yep. Today we're talking about Joker, 2019, directed by Todd Phillips. Why not? Colin,
Dallas.
you saw this movie.
Yes, so
despite
did you.
the fact that no one thought you were going to see this movie.
Yeah, I'm surprised
Least
you
of all
saw
me.
it.
Yeah, you told us you weren't going to see this movie.
Yeah.
Well,
What'd you think?
Man.
Yes,
Oh,
thank you,
boy.
Colin.
Oh, yeah, a lot of notes. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
I
my God, there's like
have a lot
an
of things
essay.
I don't like about this movie.
Me
It's
too.
just
Go through them so that I can
get
agree.
why people like it. You know, if you like that kind of character and you like watching someone go through stuff and like how it affects them, I get it.
Oh, time out. For those who have not, listened to our, Dark Knight podcast, you should. But, in case you haven't, Colin hates the Joker.
Yeah.
He says that more than once during that podcast.
And see, the thing is, what's funny about this is that this character, by the end of the movie, to me, is not the Joker and also still sucks.
Yep.
They both suck. It's amazing.
He's not
You managed
really
to
the
make a
Joker.
Joker movie not about the Joker and also have the guy that you did make suck. But anyway, I don't want to see people go through dark stuff and just like not succumb to it, but just like decide, all right, this is my life now. I'm just going to go with it. Like, no, you could have, there were many other ways you could have gone about that, but you chose the wrong way.
Also, I feel like it was very arrogant of him to just give up. Or like,
I mean, I wouldn't go that
not
far.
arrogant, but like, how
Wouldn't
do
say
I
he
put this?
gave up.
Entitled to just be like, well, F everybody, I'm just going to go on a rampage now. But I feel
Which isn't
like
really what he did.
we're
But
gonna get into
anyway,
it.
we
So
can
you guys
get
are
into
like
that.
kind of agreeingly disagreeing with each other. Colin, you said that, he kind of like succumbed to it and was like, this is my life now. And then Gabby said he gave up.
But I don't.
And it sounded like she was summarizing what you said, but you disagree with her.
No, because I think saying he gave up is too harsh.
Interesting.
Fair. So before we get started, really quickly, quick summary of the Joker. Joker. It's like Facebook. They got rid of the. Anyway, Joker tells the story of Arthur Fleck,
Yep.
a down on his luck man who's just been let out of Arkham Asylum. He's working with social services and doctors to try and get his life back together, but it's not going very well. And you see his life slowly deteriorate till it culminates in him becoming Joker, the Batman villain.
Yeah.
So this is supposed to be a Batman movie or like a Joker movie, but there's no Joker without Batman. So there is Batman elements.
I mean,
to
in this version there is. And that's kind of the point. Because Batman is a child.
Which is also what I don't like, because I didn't realize that Batman was even going to be in this movie.
Got you. Okay.
So I considered that. I liked that I didn't know that Batman was going to be in this movie.
We can decide whether or not to take that out later.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What do you think of this movie?
I thought it was great. I liked it a lot more than I wanted to, given everything that like Todd Phillips has been whining about lately.
What is Todd Phillips whining about? I don't know.
He was
any
talking
of
about
that.
how like he left comedy movies because he was like, well, woke culture is making it so people can't be funny anymore, and that's why all the people are leaving comedy because you just can't make jokes anymore. And all the comedians are like, what are you talking about? People are still being funny, just don't be a dick about it. But he's good at making movies, so like putting his whininess aside, like
I mean, I
this
feel
is-
like
I think
there's
it's a good
still
movie.
whininess in this. Is the thing.
no, I'm talking about putting my opinion of his whininess aside.
Oh, got
and
it, got it,
watching
got
the
it.
movie objectively, it's like I was going in like kind of like not to the same extent, but like when you go into a Tarantino movie and you're like, am I gonna like this? Am I gonna let myself like this? But he's not saying nigger every 5 minutes, so it's not on the same level as Tarantino. But about the movie itself,
Yes.
I thought it was dope. I really, really love the score, and I looked
It's a
up how
good
to
score.
say
Yeah.
this woman's name, Hildur
Yes.
Gunnadóttir. She's Icelandic and she's dope.
Okay. Is every nowadays every composer have to have a very hard to pronounce name? Because this is not the first time.
No?
But yeah, she's dope. And honestly, I didn't really think about the score so much until one of the scenes toward the middle of the movie. It was like raining and he's going to an apartment. I'm not going to say it because it's a spoiler. But I looked up and I was like, yo, this music is going hard right now.
Yeah.
And then I didn't watch it again, but I've been seeing bits and pieces of it. And I was like, this score, throughout the whole movie is really fire.
It is.
And
I think that's one of the
Joaquin.
ways they tricked people into thinking it's a good movie. I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
Jesus.
that's such a weird,
Anyway,
I'm not going to bother with it.
I'm
I think
kidding.
Joaquin was great. I already knew he was a good actor. I haven't seen a lot of his stuff, to be honest. I didn't see her. I didn't see
I don't know that I've seen
whatever else.
anything he's in.
Yeah, I saw The Sisters Brothers last year. Me and like 5 other people. And it was good. He was good in it. I was like, oh, this dude's a solid actor, as people have said. But I watched this and I'm like, oh, he's really good.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
he's amazing.
Yeah. So I was like, being that the movie is all about him and he's pretty much in all of it, I was like,
He's gotta be
impressed.
good.
Yeah.
He carried the shit out of that movie.
Absolutely.
Like,
His performance was incredible.
Yeah. All those things aside, how do I put this? I understand why people think this is a good movie, or like people really like this movie. Like objectively, it is well made. Like there's cinematography, the score is really well made, the acting's amazing. Like it's really only Joaquin on the screen, and there's like maybe like 6 other characters that have speaking roles, and he carries it. I just like hated it.
But why did you hate it?
I've been trying to put into words. I think, and I'm trying to be sensitive here, I think I just don't really have a lot of sympathy for the character. Actually, no, let me figure out how to say this correctly. Okay, so there's 2 ways that I don't like this. As a Batman fan and like as a Joker fan, I don't like this movie because of where it kind of goes continuity-wise. So I've got my like nerd nitpickiness in there. And then I also just don't like that, how do I put this? It just reminds me of like incels and how they get angry and they go on these bloody rampages. So everybody's supposed to like, you know, tiptoe around them. A lot of us have bad days. You know, you don't always get laid when you want to. You don't always have the greatest job in the world. Like people shit on you. But the rest of us don't go on bloody rampages. So it's just kind of like you're watching this dude deteriorate, and in the end he goes nuts, and I'm just like, I don't have any sympathy for you. And I also don't like that they took apparently he's supposed to be mentally ill, and then they equated him with violence, because statistically speaking, mentally ill people are not violent. Not large majorities of them are not. It's very rare to be violent. And I just also don't like that that's been equivocated. I think that's a really old world view, and it's problematic. I think the whole movie's problematic.
I think something that, I don't know if it's like something you're overlooking, but the incel thing is what people started saying before the movie came out for like weeks on weeks. And I feel like if it was just a movie about, you know, he likes Zazie Beetz and she doesn't like him or something like that, then that would be a lot more accurate of a like observation. Because I'm just going to use stuff from the trailer so we're not spoiling anything. Like he gets literally beaten by several, like more than one group of people.
Yeah.
In the first half of the movie. And it's like, you can say your job sucks or your life sucks. It's different than saying while you're at your job, teenagers rob you and then stomp you to the ground and no one does anything. And then you're having a bad day and these rich dudes stomp you almost to death on the train. So it's not like, oh, he's an incel, he's not getting laid when he wants to. It's like, no, he's a mentally ill person who is getting attacked pretty much every time he goes outside.
That's fair.
I think the issue is that...
Who?
Hey everybody, Demi's here.
I think the issue is that this movie is all about making you feel uncomfortable, but it has nothing to say.
See, and that's the thing is I've been trying to think about, like, does this movie have a message? Does it have a point?
Like,
Because, like, he gives multiple speeches where you think he's trying to say what he's trying to do, but I still don't get it. I
Like,
still don't
there's
get what he
Also,
There's a
wants.
good-
somehow there's like a group of people that's following him, but I'm like, he never did anything to like
Cause that.
No.
that. So I'm like, so you just have
Like, there is a good message of, like, yeah, society treats mentally ill people terribly, and we should stop doing that. But that message almost completely disappears. And, like, it's hidden
Well,
under a bunch of other stuff.
It's
once
also
the first
because
act counts.
the way he, how to say this, the way he chooses to react to that is not, I think, the right way to react to that.
Yeah, he's a Joker.
Right.
What were you expecting?
But it's like,
did you
am
think he
I
was going to react to
supposed
it
to?
well?
Yeah.
Well, no, but I feel like, am I supposed to like what he? Am I supposed to be cool with what he did because maybe the people he did stuff to deserved it? Because I don't think they did. Like, you can make me feel sympathy for him, that's fine. And then he's terrible, and it's like, am I supposed to like him? Am I supposed to be interested in him? Because there comes a point in the movie. Okay, really, for me, it was the entire movie where it was like, I'm not interested in you. I don't want to follow you. I'm watching this movie because I feel like I have to, but I don't like you as a person. I don't want to know your story. I don't care about you.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make a Joker movie for people who hate the Joker and don't care about him.
Well, it's supposed to follow, I mean, no offense, the whole movie is basically a ripoff of Taxi Driver and The King of Comedy.
Excuse you, it's probably an homage. It's a
I mean, it
ripoff,
literally
but French.
is. That's why Robert De Niro's in the movie.
Yeah, but literally, yeah.
I was wondering why he was there. I was like,
Because
why
he's
is-
in both of those movies, and they're
Okay,
homaging his
it's a-
movie.
Got it.
Yeah, but basically, like, those characters are also characters who you're, I guess, supposed to kind of feel sorry for, but at the end of the day, they're also people who are going to do bad things. And you know that they want to do bad things. And it's supposed to be really morally ambiguous for the audience, and they have to question themselves after seeing the movie.
See, that's the thing is I think this movie goes too far in the direction where it's not ambiguous. You're trash. I am not interested in you. I don't want anything to do with you. Like, I'm not going to go, oh, but maybe. No, he's trash.
The movie's not actually ambiguous. They've said
just
multiple
pity
times,
him.
you're not supposed to be able to like or identify with this character. Like,
And
Joaquin
yet, a
Phoenix
lot
and
of
Todd
people-
Phillips both said, we're creating a character that we don't want people to identify with.
See, and I think
We're making
yes.
a movie about a villain. It's like when you watch Maleficent and you're like, she's not evil enough.
Yeah.
This is what happens when they go evil enough.
And I think
See, that's what I was gonna mention. Is I was asking for, like, I wanted to see a villain movie. I just didn't want to see this villain. Like, I don't care about this villain.
And I think,
wanted to
like-
see, like, here's the thing, and I think this is what it is for me, and this is like my nitpicky, like, comic book fan thing, is what I like about the Joker is that you don't know his origin. Like, I don't like the Killing Joke because it, like, lets me behind the curtain on a character that I really enjoy because you don't know where the heck the Joker is. The only reason the Joker exists is because Batman exists. And the general public, and it works because the general public doesn't know where Batman came from, right? Nobody knows he's Bruce Wayne. And so it makes, it's great for Batman not to know who the heck the Joker is. So, like, the minute they tell me who the Joker is and where he came from and give me all this backstory, it ruins the character for me because he only exists because Batman exists. But, like, that's why I like the Joker.
So one of the things that a lot of people have been saying about the ending of the movie, though, is that it kind of leaves you on a note that possibly that entire thing is a hallucination or a delusion or something. What is real and what is delusion starts to mix together. And this movie does
But
the
I
same
feel
thing.
like this movie, if that's what it's going for, it doesn't do it very well.
I agree with
because
you.
I feel like there's a moment where the music swells, and I think the problem was I knew certain things about this movie going into it, so maybe I was already aware of it. But there was a moment where the music swelled, and I was like, this is obviously not real because that music cue is like, hey, look at this, notice this cannot possibly be actually happening, and it wasn't. So I feel like if that's what this movie is going for, is like you can't tell. I feel like I could tell.
I don't know. I didn't read the synopsis before I watched the movie, so I don't know what part you're talking about. And I don't know if I would be able to tell, like, with that context or not.
Don't give me the entire experience and then tell me it didn't happen. Like, commit to it. It happened. Deal with it.
Or Inception. Well, Inception's really gray. Yeah.
It's just interesting that you guys are, like, saying, I guess that, not that you didn't get the message or that it wasn't clear, because most of what I've heard, like the criticism on the other side, is that the message seemed too on the nose.
Oh.
Because
No, see, I
the thing is, the
didn't
message
get it.
is very clear. Because
What
he
is-
shouts it at the end.
But what is the message?
Society abandons mentally ill people.
But I don't think that's the message because I don't think he was doing anything for that. He was doing it for himself because it made him feel better. Once he starts doing the Joker stuff, he stops being
The Joker's
so
not making the
scared
movie.
and whatever.
Alan. The Joker is
No,
the
but
protagonist.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
The message is from the people who make the movie. It's not from the characters. So,
but
if
then you're
you
saying
have a
he
character-
shouts it, but that doesn't feel like that's what the movie is conveying. He's just saying that. I don't feel like the movie backs that up.
Which is a flaw in the movie.
I don't feel like his actions back that up. I feel like that's what he's saying he's doing. Maybe that's what they're saying it's about, but
Or-
I don't get that sense from the movie.
So it's like when people said that I, Tonya is about, like, class. When you're like, I don't know, man.
I only watched half that movie. But I don't know. Like, I got that pretty clearly. I thought maybe it's a little on the nose, but sometimes I don't mind when a movie has a message and they put it on the nose. Like, a lot of people said the same thing about Black Klansman for certain routines. And it's like, yeah, because you need to get it. Like, if they're saying, hey, we have to treat mentally ill people better, we have to not cut the funding for their medicine, we have to actually acknowledge these people.
That's also
Bad
weird
things
to
can
me,
happen
though,
if not.
because
And if,
I feel
hold
like...
on. And if you're gonna say you don't like that the movie conflates mental illness with violence, that's the Joker's entire character. The Joker has been crazy for decades, and he's been violent for decades. So you can't expect them to separate it now. Like, you can't act like the Joker's gonna be sane when they make a movie in 2019, or he's not gonna be violent. He's gonna be both, because those are his things. He's crazy and he kills people.
I know. I guess what I'm saying, or what I'm ultimately saying, is this movie, I feel like, is wrong for the times. Like, if
Fair.
they had made this maybe 10 or 15 years ago, it would be like cinema, and it would be amazing. And, like, we'd watch it now and be like, this movie didn't age well. But, like, so what I'm saying is, like, for this time, I think that it's incorrect. Or, like, it's...
I can
it's,
see that.
Because... like I said, you're conflating mentally ill with violence, which just perpetuates negative
So
stereotypes.
question, do you think they should not use the Joker anymore? Like in comics, cartoons, or anything like that?
No, I think
Or
that,
most of Batman's rogues gallery? Because if we're being honest, everyone Batman fights is a mentally ill person.
I think that you can't make a movie like this with the Joker. I think, like, the only good Joker at this point is Heath Ledger's Joker. I think that people keep trying to one-up a version of Joker because they want to touch that Joker, and like, nah, like, you just have to accept that any version of the Joker now is just going to be less than that one.
But is
And
that
if
one...
you do
subjective,
it-
but I'm not gonna like argue with, because like my favorite live action is definitely Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Obviously, Mark Hamill is the best Joker, but like we can.
Oh, okay. We'll
can have
argue that at a
conversation
different point.
later.
But, like, what I'm saying is, like, I feel like in my head, I'm like, stop with the Joker is, I guess, what I'm saying.
Right, that's what I was asking. Like, you
Because,
think we
like,
should just stop using the Joker?
I think so, but only because, like, they keep trying to make something that's better. Or at least the last two iterations, I feel like they're trying to be better than Heath Ledger. And I'm like,
Well, wouldn't
just leave it
you-
alone for a while.
To be fair, though, wouldn't you try to do that with everything? You are always trying to be better than what you've done before.
I guess.
So...
But I just feel like they're going in a bunch of different weird directions. And the Joker's kind of like a really difficult character in this time to get right because of how much of a scary fucking clowny fucked up mess he is.
I think Gabby's issue is the idea of humanizing the Joker and giving him more humanity in a character that does not typically have humanity at all.
There you go. I'm bad with words. She got it.
So your
yeah.
issue is that they're humanizing the mentally ill person.
No, my problem is that they're humanizing the Joker,
Right,
and
specifically.
equating him to mentally ill people.
Right.
Because I know that the Joker's, like, supposedly crazy, la la la. But I feel like the Joker was something that was invented in, like, the 20s, right?
Not that far back, but
Sorry, the
a while
40s.
ago, yeah, a long
back
time
when,
ago.
like, you know, ideas of people with mental health problems were very different. But he's an iconic character, so people want to revisit him.
Right.
But I feel like trying to humanize him in this way and then trying to equate him to somebody who's, like, mentally ill in this point in time is not ideal.
It's not the best time for it.
Yeah, I just don't think it's the best time for it. And also, like, Todd Phillips wanted to make a movie about a dude that's, like, super abused by society and downtrodden and, like, kind of loses it. And instead of just doing that, he wanted to combine him with the Joker.
Well, I don't think he wanted
Or, like,
to do that.
decided
I think
to combine him with the Joker.
I don't know. He said something about that where basically it was like, I'm going to make this movie and we'll slap the Joker on it because then I can get the money and the funding and all that to make it.
That's what I'm trying to say. And because this doesn't really feel like, I mean, he literally only feels like the Joker, like, at the end, and only a little bit. He just seems like a weird, sad Joker. Yeah. And, like, and the thing about the Joker too is, like, not only is he, like, you know, this villain, but he also inspires people to follow him, right? And I feel like this character doesn't really do that. Like, somehow he ends up with a group of people that, like, is following him. But, like, this version, I don't understand how that happened. Really, I don't know. I just didn't fucking like it. It made me really uncomfortable, and I don't like it.
Well, it was supposed to make you uncomfortable, so congratulations, Todd Phillips. You succeeded at that part.
Yeah, but I feel like it didn't make me uncomfortable in the way that Todd Phillips wanted me to be uncomfortable.
Yes, we've talked about the Joker a lot longer than we planned to. I thought it was great. Gabby hated it. Colin hated it or disliked it, to me doesn't say things to us anymore.
Except when she does, which is pretty frequent. So,
Also, I think the most like distracting thing for me is that every time the Joker kills someone, he like goes into
Okay,
like,
yo,
you guys-
I wanted to talk about that. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up
hated that
because
shit.
now, okay, listen, important question for you two because you have seen the movie. Why is that ever explained? Why he does that? Because everything else that he does, it's a tick that he has. It's a thing that he does. It's like, okay, cool. This is who you are. I get it. That comes out of nowhere.
I was watching Todd Phillips break down the opening sequence of Joker today.
And he was just like, yo, I watched a lot of hip hop videos, and I was like, let's do it.
He said
He watched America's Best Dance Crew.
He told
Like,
Joaquin Phoenix that this version of the Joker has a lot of music in him.
what?
I don't know.
I didn't see what?
Cinema.
Where else was that expressed?
Also, this movie made me roll my eyes a lot, I think. Anytime where it was supposed to be like, cinema, I was like, ugh.
Moving on.
Wait, why are we moving on?
Because we've talked about this for too long.
Oh, gosh.
We need to move on.
What's our segment called, Colin? Where we talk about what we've been watching and stuff.
Do we
What
have a
we've
name
been
for
watching
it?
and stuff.
Cool. What we've been watching and stuff. The name is a work in progress. We've been. We'll get to that. Colin, what you been watching and stuff?
Well, I recently, like 2 days ago, got back into Letterkenny after dropping it for a bit, like halfway through an episode.
What is that?
So it's like about the Canadian version of Rednecks.
Of what?
I think Rednecks.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
I think is how I want to describe it.
All right.
Like just silly, kind of stupid people living in a very small town and the problems that they get into. And
Is it a reality show?
no, it's just a comedy.
Oh.
It's one of those shows, it's very hit or miss, but like when it misses, it really misses, but when it hits, it really hits. Like I've been going through season 3 of the show. It's also nice because there are 6 seasons so far, and each one's only like 6 or 7 episodes, and they're like 22, 23, standard.
Nice. I like
so it's
that.
like I can actually like get through it.
Yeah.
I'm not committing myself to like, because some TV shows, man, it's like we have 22 episodes in one season, and they're all 45 minutes, and it's like I have
Yeah.
only so much time in my day.
Ugh, supernatural.
So that's really fun. It's difficult though because like on the subreddit for the show, someone made a glossary of all the terms
Ooh.
because there's so much slang that's very confusing if you are not Canadian or that specific subculture.
I thought you avoided Reddit like the plague.
I do, but when it comes to I don't know what this word they keep using means, and here someone has made a helpful list of
Yeah.
this is what the word means.
Interesting.
I need
Nice.
something, dude.
Fair.
I used to be on Reddit like hella.
That's true. You told me about
In-
Reddit. I don't
in
know
college.
what it was.
Yikes. Let's see. I've been playing God of War, and I'm still ambivalent about that game. The gameplay is great, but it's just like the main character doesn't love his child, or if he does, he doesn't show it, and I hate characters like that.
It's fair. It's easy to hate people who don't.
Well, it's like I can get it if you have a reason. Like if it's like you had a kid and your kid died, and so you're closed off. Like okay, cool, you gotta. But this like I don't get. Like his kid's going through stuff, and he's like, "I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder." No, not doing that. Never mind. We don't do that. And I'm like, just hug your child. I hate it. Oh my god.
Which show is this?
This is
Sorry.
a game.
It's a video game.
Oh.
God of War, and like
Oh.
I want to keep playing it because I like the game, and people have called it out for being incredible narratively. The story is supposed to be amazing, and maybe it'll get there, but it's just I don't like playing as a person who doesn't show emotion and just isn't warm at all. It's just like, ugh.
Oh, that's
Cold piece of work.
oh.
Yeah, that's about it.
Cool. I didn't know about the Canadian rednecks. Is that what you said?
Kind of,
I
yeah.
didn't know about that show at all.
I feel like every country has its really country people.
No, definitely. Gabby, have you been watching anything?
Okay, so I finished Killing Eve,
Ooh.
and it was amazing.
You can talk
Right?
to Colin about it.
Oh my God, we did. I
Yeah.
texted him immediately after I was done, and
It's
it was
so good,
amazing.
and I
Oh
don't
my
know when it's coming
God.
back, and that makes me sad.
I know, nobody does. It's an English show. They do that. They'll be gone for like 3 years, and they're like, season 3. And I'm like, why are you like this, England?
Oh, England.
Anyway, so that show's amazing. So I finished that. Phoebe Waller-Bridge won 3 Emmys. I was so proud of her.
Is she on
And
Killing
then she
Eve?
went on Saturday Night Live.
She created it. And she ran the first season. She's off it now doing her other stuff.
Like, you can tell she ran the first season from the humor in the first season.
Got
I
it.
was like, this is clearly Phoebe. Because I watched Fleabag. And then I watched Killing Eve. So I was very familiar with her humor. So I could tell by the humor which episodes Phoebe had written. I'd be like,
Got
Phoebe
it.
wrote this. And I'd look it up and I was like, I was right. Anyway, so I finished Killing Eve, and then I do this thing every summer where I rewatch all of Parks and Recreation, because to me, Parks and Recreation is like summer, and it's happy, and it's just people that are good at their jobs being nice to each other, and I love it. And then
How
every
many
like
seasons is that show?
7.
You watch
How
it
long
every
is
summer?
each season?
Every summer. Well, they're really weird. So the first season, 6 episodes. The second season's like 22 episodes.
Oh.
It's like all over the place.
That's fair. Shows do that sometimes. Walking Dead did that.
Really?
The first season's like 5 episodes, and then they just go off.
Oh, I guess they wanted to try it out, and then
Yeah,
once it took
probably.
off, you...
Yeah, well, Parks and Rec was a mid-season replacement. It's first season.
Oh.
So it was like, here, just do really quick first season, and then
Gotcha.
we'll bring you back in fall. And then, like, I think seasons like 2 through like 4 are actually like full-length seasons with like 22 episodes. And then around season 5 or 6 is when NBC started doing that thing where they were like, people like this show, but like not enough people like this show. So we're going to cut down the number of episodes we actually give you.
Got it.
So those seasons are shorter, and then the last season's only like 7 episodes because they literally only brought it back because people were like, please, 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 please,
Nice.
please. And they were like, fine, here. But also, like, everybody around on the show was getting too famous for it at that point anyway. Like, Chris Pratt had already, like, done Guardians and Jurassic Park and stuff. Anyway, I rewatch it every summer. It really only takes, like, 2 weeks to watch all of it because there's really not that much, and they're only 22-minute episodes. But
Sure.
I love that show. It makes me happy.
That's good.
And then every, like, winter, fall, I rewatch Gilmore Girls because that one's like very like fall to me, and I just like hanging out and watching them live. So that's what I'm watching now is Gilmore Girls.
That makes sense. It is October.
See,
Also
Dallas,
known
what are
as
you
fall.
getting into?
Let me tell you what I'm getting into, Colin.
Yeah.
Okay, not really currently.
Go
'cause
deep in it.
Okay. I finished it like a week
Colin.
ago. Colin.
Gabby?
Ballin.
Let's go deep. Glow.
Ballin. Damn you.
The Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. So they just finished season 3, and I just finished season 3 like a week ago. So I wrote down some things. So I don't want to forget everything I had to say. So the show is created by
Some thoughts.
Liz. They are not thoughts. These are nice women.
said you
would
have
not-
some thoughts.
Oh, got you.
Oh, y'all are
Be
silly.
clear, Colin. Liz Flahive. I don't know how to say your name. Sorry.
Wow, why did you even write it down if you're not gonna
F-L-A-H-I-V.
bother?
It's Flahive or Flahive. I don't know. See, you
Oh,
don't know either.
you're right.
Well,
You're
I
right.
don't
you're right.
know
I'm
'cause
not
I've never
judging
heard anyone
No,
say
you-
it.
I'm not judging you
She
anymore.
was a producer and writer on Nurse Jackie and Homeland. Didn't watch those.
Oh damn.
Also, Wikipedia says she helped write Captain Marvel, but
Ooh,
can't find anything else that says that she did. But, I'm going to believe Wikipedia because
it's mostly right.
why not? And Carly Minch has written and produced for Weeds, Nurse Jackie, and Orange is the New Black. I don't watch any of that, but these ladies were funny.
Cool.
This is a really good show.
And they're really good at making lady-centric shows, apparently.
Apparently
Although
so.
all those are like women main characters.
Yes, that's true. Is Homeland? Yeah, Homeland is too, right? Dope. Shout
What's
out
her
to-
name? Claire Danes is the main character.
Shout out to women. So this season was very frustrating. None of you watched this show, right?
No.
Nope.
Oh my God. It's just like the things that happen, you want these characters to be happy. And then,
The show makes them not happy.
well, they like the things that they do. It's like they're this close to being happy. And it's like, oh, you guys are going to be great together. And then one of them says something stupid and ruins it. And I'm just like, ugh.
Ooh.
And like so many different characters, like,
Yo.
I literally wrote down, why can't people stop sabotaging their happiness?
Yeah, like I remember there was a show I was watching. I had to stop because it was just like every time these people get close to happiness, something gets in the way or they do something. And I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Oh, I had something like that. And I had to stop watching because I was like, I'm done. I'm tired. Oh, I'm getting that way with Outlander. Outlander is like every second, like they're so close to being happy and just settled and just happy. And then some BS happens and now they have to go on another adventure. And I'm like, can I just watch these two people be in love and like farming the land and just being Scottish and happy?
Farming
No.
the land.
Did you
Colonial America.
like the season though?
Oh yeah, this show is great. Like, it's still very funny. There's a lot more emotion than I expected, because even in the first 2 seasons, like, there are obviously serious moments, but like,
I feel like
what you feel like what?
a lot of comedies will do that. Is like we'll start with just the comedy and a little emotion there, and then a couple seasons in, now that you're invested, we can get heavy because you're invested.
They're like, boom, racism, boom, hate crime, boom, homophobia.
Oh, no.
It's a lot.
Oh, when you're done, I am watching something else, but continue.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun. But also, like, there's a lot of character development in every kind of way, because like the guy who's like a huge dick in the first one is kind of being nice and like trying to be in his daughter's life, and they're like having a happy little family. Then the guy who I love from the first 2 seasons, who is just like this lovable, endearing oaf, is being a huge dick, and I'm like, why can't everybody just be nice? But all that aside, it's great, and Alison Brie is wonderful, and I have loved her since Community, so I'm glad she's doing some more stuff. To me, it looks like your mic is almost on.
It's on.
Is it on? No,
it's not on.
Her fingers on the
She's
trigger.
thinking about it.
Yay!
Welcome
back
to the
me.
party.
All of you
Welcome
guys'
to the
complaints
party.
just now makes me so happy with the way that Killjoys ended. Thank
Oh my god.
the showrunners for them giving us happy characters at the end of the day.
Aww.
Speaking of the end of the day, Glow, like Dear White People, is apparently going to come back for a 4th and final season.
Oh, Netflix can't afford anything.
Is this one of those like, oh, they can
anymore.
afford it? They're just here. Is this one of those things where it's like, this is the plan, or Netflix is like, nah.
I have no idea.
Oof.
I heard they're like hemorrhaging money.
We'll see. Gab, you said you were watching something else.
Yes, I'm watching Barry. So like basically,
is
yes,
that?
I want to
it
see
is.
that.
Okay, strap in. Okay, so here's the thing. You know how Atlanta? Stop that.
Black out, black
Okay,
out.
so you know how Atlanta is hilarious, but also while you're watching it, you're like, aw. That's
Yes.
Barry.
That makes sense.
And the major premise for Barry is a career assassin follows a mark into an acting class and then realizes that he wants to be an actor. And he's a really, really great assassin, and he is a terrible actor.
Oh.
But acting brings him a lot of joy, and he doesn't like killing people.
That's good.
That feels like, I know we've been harping on, but it feels like a reverse Joker.
It kind of is. But
Oh,
he's
yeah.
still,
Well,
yeah.
Kind of.
And like Barry's oddly really innocent too. So like he doesn't really understand how women work, and he's like, it's adorable.
Is he one of those assassin characters who like doesn't know what emotion is?
No, he knows what emotion is.
Oh,
That's
good.
why he doesn't like being an assassin, because
Okay,
of his
cool,
emotions.
cool.
But he is really, really good at it, which is also the problem. The main conflict is obviously, an assassin can't live in the spotlight. They have to stay in the shadows.
Yeah.
And there's people that are profiting off of him being an assassin. So he's trying to pull away, and people are pulling him back in. The acting class is full of really amazing people from shows that I really like, including Darcy Carden from The Good Place. She plays Janet. And then Bill Hader. Like, I love Bill Hader.
he's great.
He's one of my favorite actors in Hollywood, and I have a major crush on him.
Of course you do.
And he's so good on this show. He's basically the straight man on the show.
Interesting.
So he's not like funny, but he puts in some really great dramatic performances.
Nice.
And I just want to like hug him after every bad thing that happens.
It's on HBO? Or
It's on HBO.
HBO, there it is.
Yeah. It's wildly popular because they started putting it after Game of Thrones. So people would just keep watching after
Yeah.
they were done with Game of Thrones, and they realized the show's amazing. So it got really popular. And also Emmys. It wins Emmys.
I've heard of those. Demi, you still ain't got nothing for us? Nope. All right, cool.
Wow, rude.
On to the news.
This from the girl
This
who's
is gonna be
watched
the
every show under the
longest-
sun in the past like
For
month.
real. This is the
Let her live, people.
longest episode ever, guys.
I'm just saying, she has the platform to be like, Killjoys is the best thing in the world, and she's choosing not to take it, and I think that's silly.
She kind of said it.
Yeah, but it's to me. When she gets talking, she has opinions.
All right, I put up the news so we can stop stalling. The first piece of news. Birds of Prey. It has a real trailer now.
Yeah, I
A
liked
whole
it.
ass trailer.
Hot diggity
Not
dang.
like a teaser, not a little before it, blah, 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 blah. A
Kind
trailer.
of still feels like a teaser.
Yep.
Does it? This one
Because
felt
we don't
more
know
trailery to me.
anything about really what this movie's about. Also, it's called Birds of
feel like I
Prey,
did.
but there's a lot of Harley Quinn in the trailer.
That's why her name's in the movie title. And there's, well,
It's
like
in the
the
Is
colon
also
part.
in the title.
yeah, the team's name is in the title. Nobody else, no single character has their name in the title besides Harley Quinn. And what did you expect?
That's because they're actually the team and she's not on the team.
Ooh,
Yeah,
coming in hot.
You okay to me?
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, you have the floor.
I'm still really excited about this movie.
Wow, wow.
I'm just really like, I've been defending the marketing of this movie and putting Harley Quinn up front, and then the trailer comes out and she's
You
still
have
up
the
front,
moral
and I'm very
backbone of a
sad.
chocolate eclair.
I mean, this movie is about to be about Harley Quinn.
I'm gonna put
Oh,
it on
It
the
definitely.
is,
menu.
and I came to this movie for Birds of Prey, not for Harley Quinn.
Yeah, like why didn't you just call it the emancipation of one Harley Quinn instead of Birds of Prey : the emancipation of one Harley Quinn?
But it's okay, because Black Canary, that's what I'm here for. Black Canary, and she's going to be awesome. And they added the really strange friendship that she has with Harley Quinn from the comic books, and I'm excited to see that. So
Cool.
It'll be a fun time. I'm excited to see the hyenas because I didn't think we were gonna get that in live action.
Wait, what's that?
Harley Quinn has 2 pet hyenas. Yes, their names are Bud and Lou,
Oh my God.
and they are
That's exciting.
great. And like, did they bring real hyenas?
Yeah,
Because they
those are
look real.
hyenas.
Like,
I think those are real hyenas.
I highly doubt
They look-
brought real
Would be kind of
hyenas.
awesome
I
if they
think
did,
they're
though.
real hyenas.
I'm like, yo,
I've seen pictures of people like in Africa that have
you're just
hyenas
walking
on
hyenas on a
chains.
leash.
Like, I think it's supposed to be like an edgy, cool picture for like a magazine, but I've still seen it and it exists.
Yeah. But yeah, the trailer's cool. There's some stuff happening. It's colorful. Harley's all over the freaking place.
Yeah, I just want to say the movie does look good, and I do love Harley Quinn.
Yes, you do.
You know that I love Harley Quinn. I have a custom pair of Harley Quinn shoes.
This is true.
Wow.
I just wanted more of the Birds of Prey in the trailer.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's the thing is like I don't know who the Birds of Prey are, and I'd like to, and I feel like this trailer didn't tell me.
To be honest, the main
Yes.
person I associate with Birds of Prey is Barbara Gordon, and she's not in
Really?
this movie to my knowledge.
And
which
the
is
main
annoying.
person that I associate with Birds of Prey is Black Canary, and that's all I know. I don't know anything else.
Cool. There's also Huntress, who, to my knowledge, has 0 lines in this trailer, which sucks because I was really excited to see her. And then we saw her, and then she picks up a crossbow and she says nothing. But yeah, any more thoughts, Colin? Birds of Prey? Birds?
I mean, I liked the trailer. The trailer was fun. I'm definitely
Dallas
interested in the
Escobar.
movie.
That's good. You said you're interested in the movie?
Yeah,
Ooh, I didn't expect that.
that trailer looked
Sounded
like
like
fun. That's all I really care about is does a movie look like a fun time? All right, I'll go see it.
Moving on.
Yeah, speaking of
The Batman.
DC things,
Are we?
Jeffrey Wright and Jonah Hill are in talks for the Batman. Are they confirmed? Or are they in
talks.
talks?
Do you think
They're
Jonah
in
Hill's
talks.
going to be the Penguin?
Everyone thinks Jonah Hill's going to be the Penguin or the Riddler. Either
But
way.
Jeffrey
I'm
Wright
in.
is specifically in talks for Commissioner Gordon.
Yes, specifically.
Ooh, that's going to be a good ass Commissioner Gordon.
I don't know
ship
anything
it.
about Commissioner Gordon, but I
You
like
ship-
Jeffrey Wright
I mean,
a
I'm
lot.
down for it. Well,
Okay.
I ship that.
You ship him with-
I ship
What?
Robert Pattinson
Who?
as Batman with Jeffrey Wright as
like
Commissioner
romantically?
Gordon. I mean,
That's
I mean,
gross.
relationship
Like what?
also stands for friendship. Shipping. Like you can ship a
Sure,
friendship.
yeah,
Okay,
but
you're
So
friendship.
that's
not
what I'm friendshipping.
I just
You gotta
there you go.
feel like
clarify
you gotta.
that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
excuse
you're
me.
gonna get down. Like, I don't like
I
that.
am friend shipping Jeffrey Wright,
like Jeffrey Wright could
as
be Robert
Commissioner
Pattinson's
Gordon
father,
and
like-
Robert Pattinson as Batman together. I feel like that would be a great
Okay.
combination.
Well,
we cleared that
there are
up.
fanfics for that.
There are.
Anyway,
Fanfics.
I mean, Jeffrey Wright slaps. Like, he was one of the only parts of Westworld that I really, really
same.
liked.
Same,
Like,
same.
ooh, his acting is great. So, sure, yeah, go for it.
Yep.
Also, now we know, like, I guess definitively that this movie is not related to the DCEU.
Because they have
their
a
Gordon is
J.
Jonah Jameson.
It's not his name, but like
no, it's
that's.
J.K. Simmons, but he's J. Jonah
Oh,
Jameson.
I was so
Right,
confused for a second.
I was
but you're
trying to
right.
remember his name, but J. Jonah was
Yes.
where I was going.
Tenzin.
Yeah,
Tenzin Gyatso. Wait, no, that's just
What?
That's just the
that's the Dalai Lama.
that's the Dalai.
Anyway, moving on.
What? Oh, you didn't know
Nothing.
that?
No, I thought you were giving the last name to Tenzin from Legend of Korra.
No, sorry. The Dalai
Also,
Lama's
that's not
name
his
is
last name.
Tenzin Gyatso.
That's what I was saying.
So moving on.
Blindspotting. One of my favorite movies from ever
Because it slaps.
because it's amazing.
It's amazing.
Absolutely.
Film.
Yes.
Check
There's
it
a
out.
series in development at Stars.
Yo, 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 yo,
And
yo, yo.
Jasmine Cephas Jones, aka Ashley was her name?
Ashley was her name.
Ashley was her name.
Mo.
She's been cast, and I think she's the star of the show. It's like following her.
Yo, I am.
Which
I
is
think there is.
dopey-dope-dope.
There was a very brief, like one sentence plot synopsis that said something about her husband goes to jail.
Oh no!
Yo.
And so she has to
no.
deal with, raising their kid and also her husband being in jail, which honestly, watching that movie, That's not surprising.
Miles, what in the
Not at
world
all.
did you do?
Here it is. Here it is.
Oh, you mean
In-
this gun?
Okay. The series centers on Ashley, who was nipping at the heels of a middle-class life in Oakland until Miles, her partner of 12 years and father of their son, is suddenly incarcerated, leaving her to navigate a chaotic and humorous existential crisis when she's forced to move in with
Humorous.
Miles's mother and half-sister.
What?
Her world is turned upside down while the neighborhood goes inside out, and she must renegotiate her relationship with a town that is caught between two conflicting identities. Wild.
Sounds
That's
awesome.
gonna be interesting.
But that's how you know that, what's his name? Raf Casal is busy because he's not about to be in this.
That kind of makes me sad though, because I was hoping that he would be in
I
it.
wanted more scenes
I
of
mean,
him.
when you tell
maybe
me he's
he'll
in
like
jail, I'm like-
cameo or something.
Nah,
I mean,
want
that's
him
what it's
to
gonna
be like
be. It's gonna be him.
supporting, like
Well,
recurring character.
maybe like they can do it like this, and then if he ever gets not busy, oh man, Miles is out of jail. Look at that.
Oh, so it's gonna be like Wayne's, what's his name? Like a new girl. You know how he was coach in like the first pilot episode,
about that, yeah.
and then he came back for a couple seasons, and then
Right.
he left again.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like that.
We'll see. Either way, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
Even have what's up? Is it
absolutely.
stars?
Same.
I don't
Stars.
know if I
Sure,
have
yeah.
stars or not.
You do have stars
If
because
you
you
don't,
have access to my Hulu.
I
Dope.
do. So we can
Dope.
make it happen.
Dope. Blindspotting. Speaking of Blindspotting, specifically David Diggs, he's in talks to play Sebastian in live action
I
The Little Mermaid.
love
Yay!
it.
I'm
I
down.
love
I'm here
it.
for it.
Like, I want to hear him do the accent. I want to hear the singing because he's great at that.
Yep.
Like, also, I think isn't Lin-Manuel Miranda writing music for that?
Yep.
Ooh, give me a credit song.
That's why
with him and
David-
David Diggs.
You know that's why
Like you
David
did
is
with
about to
Jordan
be in it.
Fisher in Moana, because that was great. So like, just do that again, and I'm happy.
Yes.
The only problem is now I want the movie to be about Sebastian. Like, Ariel, you cool, but
Tell me about this crab, though.
Yeah. I love David Diggs. I don't care about this movie, but now I have to see it.
Yep.
you
So
were gonna
that's
see
cool.
it
You do.
anyway, probably. But
I don't know about that. I realized that like my interest in live action Disney movies is completely
Is
based
Lion
on
King?
their source material. Like I like Aladdin, I like Lion King, I like Mulan. So I was excited for those movies.
you don't really care about Little Mermaid.
No.
Yo, same, but like,
I
Why
do.
not?
It was like my favorite Disney movie that I was obsessed with as a child,
I
which is
remember
why
that.
I'm not interested in live action. Well, I wasn't until I saw the casting and I was like, I'm gonna have to see this movie. But like, I wasn't because I was like, they're gonna ruin the movie I was obsessed with as a child. Like, I
Right.
had Little Mermaid everything. I wanted red hair and I wanted to be a mermaid in the ocean. Like,
Dorbs.
6-year-old Gabby, and I had this pillow that I just would not leave not sleep without every night. My mom was like, I hated that stupid pillow, and I had to take it away from me at one point. Like,
Oh.
so
wow.
yeah, I really like the Little Mermaid.
Well, that's good. We've got varying degrees of interest in the source material and the live action. Ooh, Gabby's
so
throwing
sorry.
things again. We're gonna try to get to the next news thing before Gabby yeets her phone across the room.
So
Moving on to something that I'm excited about. I know Colin's not, and Gabby might be. Lynn Wiseman is set to direct female-centric John Wick spinoff, Ballerina. Lynn Wiseman, for everyone who doesn't know, which was me before this morning, is the guy who made Underworld and Underworld Evolution and maybe a few others. It's hard to keep up with those movies, right?
he knows how to pilot a badass female-centric movie.
Which I'm
down.
hoping Kate Beckinsale will be in the movie in some capacity. I know she's not going to be the ballerina because they've already, showed her in John Wick.
Well, no,
and
they
you
said
would've
they're gonna
noticed.
cast somebody else.
Right, but like
But they
we know
showed
that
Beckinsale?
woman in the ballerina, like she was a young like Russian
Ah.
girl. Kate Beckinsale is not a young Russian woman. Also, I think Kate Beckinsale is his ex-wife.
Oof.
What? Wait, what?
Maybe they're cordial. I don't know. I hope she's in the movie, even if she's not. I love John Wick. I love the concept of the ballerina because that scene in John Wick 3 was like, what is going on?
Isn't
What is
there-
this Russian ballerina house?
The ballerina's house.
Isn't there also going to be another show based on John Wick, The Continental?
Yes, there is.
Is that still
If
happening?
I hope
could
so, 'cause
be
it got
on
announced a
either
long
of
time
those
ago.
Right?
shows,
That's
I
what makes
would
me ask. Like,
Die. Well, it's
obviously,
an
the movies
FX
do
show.
well, so
Yeah.
Well, it's
They
an
might as
FX
well.
show, and
Is
FX. Yeah, I
Oh.
think it was going to be on
I
FX.
don't know
So
what it was gonna be.
it really depends on Disney.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. That's interesting.
I mean, people be liking those movies, so they might as well go for it.
Dope ass movies. And more badass female characters.
Yeah, dude, I would live for that. Girl powerlicious.
Girl Powerlicious. I'm excited. And I've never been the hugest fan of Underworld, but like they look cool.
Yo, when I went to see Underworld with Kayla, it was the best time ever. So you know what? I am the big fan of Underworld.
Yeah, Kayla loves those movies.
Yeah, she does. She told me about the. You know what it is if Kayla explains it to me beforehand, I'm like, you know what? You are really excited about this. You made it interesting, so I'm excited now.
Dope.
Yeah.
Also, it's being written by Shay Hatton. They wrote John Wick 3, so that's all I need to know. They're bringing the same people back,
Nice.
and I'm about it.
Cool.
I think.
Dude, I would love to be in a movie like that. I'm just not
do it.
talented, so.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Don't put yourself down.
Let's move on.
Don't put that on record.
Gabby, you're talented. We all believe that. We're gonna put you in an assassin movie.
Ooh, that would be so much fun.
It's gonna be like Barry, but with a Latina woman.
I would love that.
Dope.
I would act. No, we'll see. I would love to try.
You would love to try. That's all you. Yeah, that's all we ask. We're not.
I
Yoda.
don't know if I could act the shit out of that, but I can try.
That's all I ask. As always, this has been Creative Differences. Shout out to all the people that help us. Crown Digital, they put us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Shout out to Demi, the lovely lurker, who puts us on YouTube and edits all our stuff because, you know,
And
she has the
carries
computer
whole
and the
show.
talent. Goodness gracious, guys.
Honestly, she kind of is Atlas
Kinda
holding up the
does,
world.
though.
Like,
I mean, yeah, from a production standpoint, she is literally like the
all of
foundation
our
of the show.
post-production.
Yeah. Moving on. You can find us on Twitter at y'all_different. Don't ask about the underscore. You can find us on Tumblr at Creative Differences
no one ever
Podcast.
has.
How you know?
I feel like that's just your private war.
How do you know? You can find us on Facebook. Just search for Creative Differences and look for our logo. You know what it looks like. You're looking at it, probably. You can find me on Twitter at a king named Simba.
You can find me on Twitter at Duck McGuck.
And you can find me, Gabby, on Instagram at Stegosoria. Soria spelled Soria.
Guys, if you want to find me, just find us, and you can find her through us. It's really
Yeah.
easy.
It's true. It easy.
But yeah, what do you guys think of Joker? What do you guys think of all this news? What do you think of the shows we're watching? Do you hate stuff like Gabby? Do you like stuff like me?
Dallas. Why are you like this?
Damn, okay.
I'm just, you know, you got to engage with the people.
Please rate us and review us because it helps people find the podcast.
Yes, apparently we're supposed to tell you to like and subscribe and all that stuff.
It's been different, y'all.
It's been different. Colin, do a Joker laugh.
Nope. Absolutely not doing
Gabby,
that.
do a Joker laugh. Close
I
enough.
kind of got there.
Bye, everybody.